Okay, I am going to look at a 7th grade schedule. This one is from cohort A, and I know that at a glance because I've got my majors on Monday as opposed to my majors being on Thursday. Okay, so I've got block 1, day 1, science, block 2, day 1, math, block 3, day 1, social studies, and block 4, day 1, English. And I'm going to go ahead and write those in over here. I've got science with Mrs. Conley. I've got math with Mrs. Norton. I've got social studies with Mr. Henry. And I end my morning with English with Mr. Puglisi. Okay, and then those are the same day to day, it doesn't rotate. So I would take the time to write this neatly. I would take the time to write in my teacher name. And once you get meet codes, you might even write those in there, but maybe put those, I don't know, maybe put those in pencil in case it changes. Your block 5 when you're in person is going to just be travel time. When you're remote academy, it's lunchtime. It's a long block on those days, but that's all right. It's good to get a break from the computer for a long time. Take a chance to go outside, read a book, do whatever, will make you feel refreshed. Do some art maybe. Block 6 and 7. These are going to be my asynchronous blocks. So I go down to my asynchronous class rows and I just carry them up in order. Okay, row X goes to, this is a lunch block, so this doesn't count. This is my first blank, right? PE. Phys Ed with Mr. Freeman. And then chorus with Mr. Daigle. It's really important to write in the teacher name because that's whose classroom you're going to go to. Now, the next day, your asynchronous classes are Spanish for this student, this example, with Senorita Holt, and health with Mr. Wilcox. Okay, you're going to have art second semester. So if you have a block that has 2, just cross off the lower one. So your asynchronous specials are all full. There's no study because we've added in the special of world language. So that 7th grade schedule is a little bit tighter that way. On Wednesday, you're going to receive asynchronous work, and you can see on your schedule how it prints. It's not necessarily going to be in this order that they're due. Your teams will work that out, but you're going to have work from science, math, social studies, and English. Something is going to be due from all 4 majors on that day, on Wednesday. All right. Then I go here. My remote days, I start with specials, Spanish, chorus, health, crossing off art because that's semester 2, and phys ed. Okay, Spanish, chorus, health, phys ed, Spanish, chorus, health, phys ed. Mr. Daigle. I've got a break, so I want to make sure I get up and stretch my legs, have a snack, so that I'm ready for health with Mr. Wilcox, followed by PE with Mr. Freeman. Okay, now this block 5 is blank, but it's not just the lunch block on these days. So I have to go down here and I'll see that in my X row, I've got 2 majors. So I have asynchronous work coming from both of those majors. Okay, and the reason why is because in the 6th grade, there's 2 open blocks, but because you've got 4 specials in 7th grade, you'll just have asynchronous work from your 2 majors. It's not that you're going to be overburdened during that time. Your teachers are aware of the fact that it's a little bit different for 7th grade, but they're going to assign work that you'll need to submit. And they might even offer deadlines after the school day, but you'll just want to make sure that you're working on it during that time. I'm just going to copy this down because it's on my mind. So on Friday, it just goes over. The rotation doesn't change. I do chorus, Spanish chorus, health, PE. I've got a blank block, but now I go down, my X block is blank, my Y block has both. Okay, so I carry that up, and I do ELA and social studies. Okay, so you can see asynchronous work is going to come out on those days for both of those majors. So I go back up, I left off here, my blank, and I look and I've got my 2 majors. So on Thursday, I'm going to see ELA with Mr. Puglisi, and I'm going to make sure I write my teacher name in on that one because these are live synchronous classes, right? So I want to make sure that when I sit down and look at my schedule sheet, I know exactly whose classroom I'm looking at, whose Google Meet I need to access, right? Make it easy for yourself by doing a little prep work now. And unlike my example, make your prep work easy by writing it neatly. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and color code real quick. I've got synchronous live classes, in person if I'm hybrid. I've got asynchronous specials in the afternoon, and I need to make sure I submit those because if I don't, I've done the morning. I need to make sure I get credit for working in the afternoon. I get asynchronous work from my 4 majors on Wednesday. On Thursday, I've got remote class all morning, Spanish course. These are all my specials. And then I've got asynchronous work that'll be pushed out by both of my majors. And then I've got synchronous majors. So notice that on the day I did science and math asynchronously, I have ELA and social studies synchronously, and on the day I did ELA and social studies asynchronously, I have math and science. So you have something to do with all 4 majors every day. And it just depends in my color coding system. If it's yellow, it's asynchronous work where I'm a little bit more flexible, but I need to make sure I get the work from my teacher's classroom or ClassLink or whatever app they use for that day. The orange is when I need to make sure I am ready to go, camera ready to get on a live Google Meet and engage with my teacher and my classmates. These ones I'm going to be live and in person. And on these ones, teachers will also offer office hours. So as they give you that, you might want to fill in if there's specific times that are going to be consistent during the week, week over week. Okay? And so that is cohort A for 7th grade.